morning, Knicks family, Knicks Real Talk, the morning show. It's your man Divine. Tried to ride the shine to get on your grind, man. 7:30 East Coast time. We here, man. New York Knicks got the game tonight, man. So we're gonna get into it. We got my man BX Jedi 76 coming in soon, man. My co-host. But good morning to everybody. Hope everybody out there doing well. Time to get up and make it happen, man. So we Knicks Real Talk, the morning show. We here, man. We about to get into some content. The Knicks play tonight, man. The world most famous arena against the Washington Wizards tonight, man. So I hope everybody out there doing well, trying to ride and shine, man. Get your coffee, get your tea, get your nourishment, man. Whatever you need to fuel your body, get your day going, man, and get your energy juices flowing. We just gonna get into some talk tonight, man. I hope, like I said, man, everybody out there ready, get out there, get to school, get to work, get to play, whatever the case may be. We in here, man. So like I said, COVID-19 still in effect. Mask up, wash your hands, social distance, all that good stuff, man, to protect yourself and your neighbors and all that. And we're just gonna get into it today, man. Like I said, man, BX Jedi 76, my co-host, are being here, soon, man. And we're just having a little technical difficulty, but we will continue the show. So real quick, man, salute to Camilio in the morning, man. Tim Smith, but I'm checking in on the chat this morning. I hope you guys are doing well. You ready to start your day as well? Like I said, man, Nick at the world most famous arena tonight, man. But we got a game tonight, man, 7:30. Coming off that hard-fought loss against the 76ers, man. So see if we can bounce back and get a pop in the day, man. And hopefully we go in there tonight and make things happen. So I'm excited about that. We're just gonna get into it, man. Like I said, Nick's at the Washington Wizards tonight. We're looking forward to that game, man. See if we can pull out this win, get back on a winner, get on a winning pace, man. Get a win under the L, man, under the W column, man. Excuse me. And then I think we'd be in good shape, man. Like I said, so I'm excited about it. I'm excited to get it popping, man. And my co-host is in the building, man. So salute to BX. BX, good morning, our brother. How you feeling this morning?
Good morning, Mr. Divine. I'm feeling great. I'm ready here to preview this beautiful day, this beautiful Tuesday morning, March 23rd of the year 2021. The Knicks Wizards tonight, where we're going to break that down. We got a lot to unpack. I appreciate you having me on this morning. And real quickly, before we start, if you're currently waking up in New York, the current temperature is in the mid-low 40s and upper 60s today in the afternoon before the Knicks game tonight. If you're down the East Coast in the Carolinas and you're currently in the mid-55s and the upper 60s this afternoon, enjoy the beautiful day out there. Spring is sprung. And if you're currently in Central Florida or down south, you're currently 56 waking up and the mid-80s today down here in beautiful Florida. And I hope you guys enjoy. Get ready. We will get you this content ready for you to go to work or go to school or out and about or taking the kids to school or heading to your appointments. We thank you for allowing us to come and entertain you and break down this beautiful day game and this game between the Wizards and the Knicks. So tonight's game, Divine, what are we looking forward to and what do you think we're going to break down there?
We're going to get into just all the game day content, man, what we think was going to go on with the game tonight, man. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a real kind of must-win game, man. So, we're just going to get into it, man. We're going to get into, the keys to the game matchup tonight, man, and all that stuff, man. So it's going to be definitely an interesting game tonight, man. Coming off that loss, we need to rebound, get back into it. Excuse me, get back into the win column, man. Like I said, man. So we going down. They coming up here to the Garden. They gonna come in here and battle. They got Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook and Muchamora and all them guys, man. So they're gonna come and play. They not playing extremely well in the conference, but they are a formidable team. They got all-star, superstar talent down there, so we just got to bring our A game. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking to see how we're going to hold Westbrook, how we're going to contain Bradley Beal. I don't think them guys used to playing defense like that one we have. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see how this pans out. I just know we're going to bring our game tonight, so I'm not too much concerned about that. I know we're going to come hard and let Julius Randle do his thing. I think it should be a good game for Julius Randle and RJ, man. And hopefully they we get some more contributions from the rest of the guys like Emmanuel Quickly, and Burks and Bullock and all them guys. I'm not sure if Derrick Rose going to play tonight, so I can't say to be 100%. Maybe you could chime in on that. And I don't know if Mitchell Roberts going to play after that little twist of ankle. But I still think that we got a good opportunity going in and win this game, and get us back in the like I said in the win column. And we just got to go in there tonight and get it, man. You know what I mean? So I really think that I think we'd be fine, man. I think we're gonna step up to the challenge tonight, man. I don't think losing them games deterred us one way or the other. It's kind of depressing when you get that closer, but you don't win. So, but I think with a team like this here, I don't think that's going to bother them. I think they're just going to bounce back and be resilient and get out there and scrap, and grind. Like I said, the New York City Gritty Committee, I just think they're going to do the same thing they've been doing. But hopefully we can hit some key shots in the process of the game and maybe pull us over the edge, man. But I don't think Washington's defense is formidable with a lot of other teams or ours per se. So I think we got a good chance to win that game. And so we'll see. We're gonna get into it tonight, man, and we're just gonna go in there and battle, man, and try to get this W and get another W the next one and get us them so we can go into the trading deadline Thursday, night. Hopefully be a game or two above 500. So we'll see, man. So what you think?
Right. I think absolutely. If tonight they have some formidable opponents on the perimeter, the Knicks perimeter defense needs to come up to par. They come up to par, and they execute and they defend the perimeter. R.J. Barrett in the last few games have been holding his opponents under 40% shooting. He's coming together, not just offensively, defensively, as possibly a two-way player. We have to see that key matchup. I don't think Derrick Rose won't play tonight. I said before, I posted on our Facebook page, Nick Real Talk, that he might be in, but Tibbs said no. He's going to try to bring him in slowly. Doubtful that he might not play, could get his legs under him and build up that stamina, because he did go through COVID-19 as we found out. And he said it was like 10 times the flu. He talked about how rigorous that this disease is, and we know that there's this virus, and we know it's out there, and he said it's real, and hopefully he'll come along slowly. And Mitch Robinson right now is questionable. We don't know how the severe ankle. I guess they're going to see the tested around shoot around, and we'll find out later in the afternoon if he were able to play or not, and we'll see how that goes. We would love to have Mitch back, mounting the paint and stopping all the Westbrook and Beal. They like to attack the glass as well, and we'll see. And if not, next man up. We know what we're getting with Nolas Noel in the paint. He's a shot blocker, perimeter, and he defends and he makes sure determines the shots from these guards. And if the Knicks could come out and keep that defensive intensity, they're going to be key to victory. They have to be more efficient in their scoring, and they cannot have another 15-point quarter starting off, and they cannot play from behind. You want to start the game off and build the lead and continue to put pressure on the Wizards, because if you give this team that is struggling a little hope that they're in the game, they're leading us, and they have a chance for a victory, and they do have formidable guys, all-stars at the guards, despite their record, despite they're very talented men. And they are pros as well. And Westbrook is very proud. He could easily get a triple double. And we have to put that key and not fall into that slump or the mental funk. And if it's a close game down the stretch, they have to learn how to win, not say how we're going to lose this game. They can't let that creep into their mentality, in their thinking thoughts, and they got to say, you know what, we need to win. And I'm pretty sure that they're going to execute their games. They're going to be mounting the paint. They're gonna lead in rebounds, and I think I see a victory. I see a nice victory, and nice bounce back victory, and then we have them back to back, and I think those are the keys to the game, Divine. And what do you see? What do you think of RJ's emergence as a two-way player?
Oh man, I really think that it was all coming, man. To me, even in his rookie year, I seen the little glimpses of what he can be. And I just seen his maturation over the year. The man goes to work, he puts the work in, and he's elevating himself and he's elevating his game. And that's just a testament to who he is as a person. He's a hardworking young man. He's in the gym. He's looking to be up there with the best players up there, man. I think he's taking that step. I really think his two-way game is starting to really, really take shape, starting to come around and come into form. The guy is going up against some of the best 2s and 3s in the game every night. And he's putting up the numbers. He's not doing this against second units. He's doing this against first starting unit caliber players. Whether it's the Kawhis of the world. He's just going against the good guys. He's going up to Jason Tatum. He's going up against some of the best guys out there. And tonight is a prime example. If he played the 2, you got Bradley Beal out there. But he's holding his own, man. And I'm proud to see his elevation. I'm proud to see that what he's doing, man. He letting people know that you snubbed me. I'm gonna know you why what you snubbed me was wrong. He's really, really, him and Julius Randle, whether you want to say Batman and Robin, whatever, but that's a good tandem to have. And they feeding off each other, and I like the way they come together. But RJ is really, really taking a really good step, man. Year 14, year one, 14 points. Now he's going up to 17, 18 a game in year two. And that's just only going to show next year he probably wind up being a consistent 20-point scorer. As he get more familiar with the NBA every year, learn new ideas, learn new ways to elevate your game and start mastering your opponents even more, he's going to be even more of a problem. Because, he got that. I love the way he's playing that bully ball in the paint. You know what I mean? His jump shot came around, the three-point ball have got better. And like I said, the defense, like you said, you can't take that from him. He's doing a real good job defending people, man. So salute to RJ Barrett, man. Kudos to you for building yourself up to be this talented basketball player who's only going to get better. You know, with a coaching staff like we had, who showing him the nuances, and having Derrick Rose, having Todd Gibson, all them veterans around him to show him the game is really making it come easy for him now. And I think at the beginning of the season, that happens. You come in, you're pressing, you're trying to get your feet in there. At the beginning of the season, you're starting to figure everything out. But now that I think that he has emerged, in the second half of the season, I think it's going to be something. So I do agree with you, man. I think it's going to be a sight to see going forward, man. I mean, Knicks fans need to be. I think this is one true third spot draft pick, the third pick in the draft, who you can truly say that's going to live up to what a third round draft pick's supposed to be. I think RJ Barrett will live up to that. And if you look at his numbers, they speak for itself. You know what I mean? Like Camilio said, I hope D Rose play today. I agree with you, man. And Tim Smith, I think RJ Bullock will guard Bill. But RJ is on the move, man. And I think we just got to keep watching the young man mature and get better, man. So I think it's really, really important that we take notice of that, man. And it's just a beautiful thing to see that man growth, and it really is, because he put in the work. He's been putting in the work all summer, and he's here, man. I think the young man is here. That they're here to grind it out. So we just got to keep it going. And like I said, man, we in the association last night. You had some wins and losses last night. A lot of teams in the association took some L's last night. So we're gonna get into what that looked like in the standings, because I really think that we had some good losses last night. That's gonna benefit us. We'll get into that, man. And so what you think about the conference standings right now, BX, and what went on last night? Oh, man. Yeah. Like I was saying, we're gonna get into it, man. The Eastern Conference standings, positioning. We had some games in associated that was key to us last night. So we're gonna get into that, man. And what you think about the Eastern Conference standings from last night, and some of the games that was in there, and what you think about what you seen last night?
Absolutely, we'll break that down. Currently, the Knicks are currently in 7th place. We're gonna break down 4th place are the Miami Heat at 22 and 21. Second is the Hawks at 22 and 21. They're in the 5th seed, and the Hornets are 21 and 21. Followed by the Knicks at 21 and 22. The Celtics 21 and 22 on the currently 8th spot, and the 9th spot, the Chicago Bulls at 19 and 23. The Indiana Pacers are 10th at 19 and 23, and behind on 11th, we have the Chicago Bulls at 17 and 26. Now I'm going to go over the scores that matters around the scoreboard watching around the Knicks. Yeah, the Hawks go down to Los Angeles, and they fall 110 to 119 to the Clippers. The Utah Jazz goes into Chicago, and they win a good game, 126 to 95 of the Bulls. The Celtics visiting the Grizzlies, they fall 126 to 132. The Pacers head down to Milwaukee, and they fall 113 to 140. The Bucks, just with no Giannis. Giannis sat out, and they scored 140 points without Giannis, which that's impressive. The Raptors, the Rockets broke their 20-game winning streak. Kudos to the Rockets for winning one, and they won 117 to 99 over the Raptors. Boy, the Raptors are really, and it's interesting to watch them. They're falling fast, and they're no longer that championship glory team, and we could see them being a big active sellers and moving salaries. They have salaries issues. We keep an eye on that. And then we have the Hornets finally going, an impressive win for me, for the Hornets going into San Antonio, winning 197 after the young stud Ball gets hurt, LaMelo Ball, and next man up, and they went to San Antonio, a tough team that we've seen personally, up close and personal, how good they are, and they went, and kudos to them. They win that game out there. You can see that next man up, and they have they have good formidable backup point guard, 2 point guard, and Rozier and Grant, and you can see that they're battling. These teams are going to be we're going to be jockeying back and forth for position in this conference with the Knicks, and we see that every night. Every night it's going to be a must-watch TV for not just our Knicks, but around the league. Scoreboard watching. We're getting down to the final 30 games, and the trading deadline is coming up as well, and we're going to be keeping an eye on that. And we know as Knicks fans, we need to be excited and appreciate where we are, from where we were years past. Before this time of the year, we were looking at who at the tournament, which young player that we might be able to draft. We're scouting, we're watching, and we got time for that later down the road. But we're watching now. We're fighting. We're in the hunt. We're excited that we're actually playing basketball. We're playing, looking towards the playoff basketball and how the rotation is going to run out, how's Tibbs' substitution, and how many minutes, and it's a fun time as being a Knicks fan from where we were to where we are now and where we're going. It's really the sun is shining bright, and we're excited about that. And Divine, what do you think about round association? Those games that we just called, and the jockeying position.
Yeah, man, it's something, man. It's definitely it's going to be definitely a race to the finish line, man. And like I said, even though we losing, the other teams are losing too. Once we start winning and them guys losing and battling. Like I said, we win tonight, man. We 22-22. You know what I mean? Obviously, we beat one game, half a game down in the loss column. But I like our chances, man. I really do, man. I think, you know what? We just got to keep battling. I think a lot of these teams, they're going to be doing the same thing we doing. They're gonna lose some games, but I just think we need to catch a streak somewhere and get back up there, man. We 7th now. I can see us by next week, man, being up by that 4th or 5th. I mean, that's just the way it's going. No teams losing, teams winning. But I am impressed with that Hornets win, though. I think losing LaMelo Ball and going into San Antonio and winning that game, it got to make them feel good. You know what I mean? So we know the Hawks. I mean, they are who they are, but they got a good team though. So I think Nate McMillan got them playing well. I mean, the Miami Heat is the Miami Heat. You know, what can you say? You know, every sports always going to keep them battling. You know what I mean? And even though they lost 3 in a row, but they get together eventually. But like I said, everybody probably going through that trade rigor mortis, man, where they thinking like, wow, am I going to be here? I'm not going to be here. And, their minds are probably not at ease until all this stuff gets over by Thursday and guys know what they stand or they're going to. They got to pack their bags and relocate. So I think it's just a tough time for a lot of guys in the association, especially if you're young. And, you haven't been through this situation before. So, and I think that had an effect on a lot of teams up and down the standard. But I think once the smoke clears and everybody know whether they got traded or not, and then after that, the last 30 games, whatever, we can get back into it. And just get on the 29 games, whatever, get back on the grind. But, we there at the 7th spot. I just think we just got to keep maintaining, man. We just got to get on a winning streak, man. We it's time for us to put up some W's, man. And I think we need to start that tonight. We got to find a way to, because we definitely is important to try to get these 2 games because going into Monday, we got the Milwaukee Bucks, then we got the Miami Heat coming to the Garden. So we really got to take advantage of this thing and try to get these two W's, man, and get us back over 500. And then I think we'd be fine, man. We'd be in good standards. We'd be right up there between the 4th and the 7th. And if we can maintain and hold on to that, I agree. So salute to the chat, man. Salute to everybody out there, Camilio, Tim and all you guys, man. Good morning to everybody out there, man. Knicks Real Talk, the morning show, Divine and BX Jedi 76 is bringing y'all some content this morning. Beautiful day out there down on the East Coast, like you said, man. So everybody ride and shine, get on your grind, start the day. I hope you're feeling good about yourself so I can get home tonight. And we get into this Knicks game tonight, man, to get to watch the Wizards at the world most famous arena. I think we need to go in there tonight and handle that. But yeah, man, BF4 the standards, man. I think we in good position. You know what I mean? And we just gotta, between that 8th spot and us, I think we comfortable right now because the 9th spot is like 2 games in the win column behind the Celtics and us, and 1 game in the lockout. So we still got to maintain it. We still got to go in there and try to hold this thing out, man. But real quick, everybody, just rest in peace to my man Elgin Bella. Elgin Bella is one of the pioneers of the sport. Elgin Bella, one of the old school guys who helped pioneer this league, man. Tremendous ball player with the Los Angeles Lakers, man. He was the real deal before a lot of these guys was here. Elgin Bella was putting in work. So rest in peace to Elgin Bella, man. And to your family and everybody, man. R.I.P. Rest in power, Elgin Bella, man. And on that note, man, it's like the deadline is coming up, man. You know what I mean? And now we just got to get ready for these next 2 games and to see what's going to happen Thursday. with the trade noise and everything like that, man. And we're gonna get into some trade talk and chatter in a minute, but we got 2 more days before all that takes place. But right now, everybody talking is out there, noise is out there, man. But we definitely got to go in there and try to get these 2 games, man. And going to Thursday night, trade deadline day, hoping that we in a good place, man. So what do you think about the deadline so far, BX? And what do you think the Knicks need to do to kind of just prevail a little bit?
Yeah, these 2 games, they're lower 500 teams, and we're at home. We need to win them. We need to show the dominance at home, and we have to come out and try and take these games. Now, with the trade deadline coming up, we have the Adrian Wojnarowski reported last night the Clippers made a minor move to free up some cap space. They're going to be active. We know the Lakers are going to be active to move around. And according to the Knicks, they're kicking, they're calling, they're making calls, despite the fact that it's being reported they're trying to act like they're low key, or they're trying to give out the narrative that they're low key because they don't want to get fleeced. Leon Rose, they know he's a rookie president, but he has Scott Perry, who is a wise man, and Worldwide West. They have a good front office, and they don't want to get fleeced with making trades and giving up assets and their picks. We have 7 first-round picks in the next 4 years, and we're stockpiled. We're loaded there, and we know we're not going to draft every one of them. We're going to move some guys around, and they're kicking the tires from anywhere from Powell to Dolan Depot. They're calling around, and they're making their due diligence, and they're either known through beat writers or back channels. The Knicks behind the scenes, they're very active. Will they do a trade? We don't know, because we like I said, they don't want to get fleeced. We don't want them. They don't want to seem like they're the desperate Knicks, because they're building something long. They're building longevity to a long haul of success, not just a momentarily success. Like they're not going to repeat the mistake they did when the Knicks won 50. Last time they won 54 games, they were aging. There was no youth. They had good players. They had a great year, but they didn't build nothing for the future, and everything, fell on its face, as you can see. And they're not going to have history repeat themselves. They want to build. They have a lot of young guys. They're young. Their main 2 guys are under 26 years old, and they got a lot of young men on the team, and we'll see. They're kicking the tires. I won't be surprised if they make a deal. And if not, they'll have the buyout market as well. We'll talk about that when that comes, who's available, who's not available. But they're going to make improvements. And even if they don't make improvement, that means they're looking into possible doing some big moves at the offseason. But I think they're going to upgrade the team. They're going to get some rentals. They're going to get something, maybe, unless, if you never know, if they get something prying out of a team, that a player that's not happy, that is probably telling the team, hey, I have no future in this organization, despite the fact that we're on the precipice of making a playoff or a playing game. I don't feel like I'm going to stay here long term. You don't know what those discussions are going around the league with these stars. This is a star-driven league. The players dictate where they want to play. It's no longer, you play for our organization. It's, everyone wants to team up and utilize their talents with other players and utilize and try to win that championship. So it's going to be interesting, Divine, to see what's going on and what movement. A lot of speculations, and I know keep it here on Knicks Real Talk, because the minute something goes down, we might come on live and break it down, or just listen to our reminders, hit that like and subscribe, and we'll give you the content whenever we're going to go. And you can find us on the Facebook page, Knicks Real Talk group, and Nick page, or on Twitter, where we're there as well, Knicks Real Talk, and we're keep you posted. And yes, we do this for the fans, from a fan. We're fans of the team, and we're bringing this content to you for the fans. And we thank you all that are here in the chat currently, and all that support us. And we're trying to do our best to give you the best content. And Divine, what do you think about the trading line? You see all the kicking around the league, and all the movements and all the moving parts, and Wojnarowski said a lot of trades might be happening. What do you think? It's a new NBA. What do you think?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna be tuned in, man. We, us as fans, and us as a sports talk show, we're gonna be tuned in. We're gonna be, going on our blogs and checking out, see what's gonna pop off. But I really think that's something gonna happen. It's exciting, man. This is what they call it. It's trade talk, man. And we're gonna get into that as well about the player before the deadline. Yeah, man. I mean, we can get over 500, or and going into Thursday night. That'd be a good look for us, man. Because and then we'll see if the Knicks make a move on a quiet tip, no matter whether it's big or large, or might be small. But I think they might try something. I think they're ready to go in there and do their thing, man. And salute to Kibit for chapping in, man. Salute Kibit when we see you, my brother. Good morning. Yeah, we ready to get in here and see what we're gonna do. And I think it's important to the game tonight that we go in there and get this W, man. And we get this W tonight and back at 500. Then the game Thursday night, which is the trading deadline day. You know what I mean? Which is that Thursday. Around 4:00. Then after that, we go on that night. You know what I mean? So we're gonna see, man, and I think it's gonna be exciting. And it's also gonna be a sign of relief too. You know what I mean? Once it's all said and done. You know what I mean? And we'll see who here, who not here, and then we can get on with the business of playing basketball and trying to compete for this playoff run. You know what I mean? And we'll talk about the playoff run down the line. But in the meantime, yeah, the deadline is a couple of days away, ladies and gents. Thursday, 3 or 4 o'clock, whatever the case may be. That's if the teams have not made their trades by then I guess it is what it is, unless one went through it and you have to go through certain things and it won't be, how would I say, accounted for to maybe later on in the day. But I think 3 or 4 o'clock is the latest that you can make that trade. But so I'm looking forward to it. BX, man, I'm really looking forward to see what the Knicks gonna do, and hopefully we make a move that's gonna better the team, not mess up the chemistry of the Kamari, and they're gonna come in and plug them in there, and they're gonna give us an extra boost. You know what I mean? Because you're only gonna make a trade, it's gonna better the team. So if we make a trade, we don't realize that it's gonna better the team. It's gonna make us a little bit more better, and that's what we want. We want to see somebody come in here, get in where they fit in. Be a team player, be part of the team. You don't have to come in here and try to show off. Just come in here and get in. Give us your talent, put your talent and add it to the roster that we have and make us a better team. So I'm looking forward to that by the deadline, man. And I think it's going to be real exciting, man. We all going to be on our edges for a minute. You know what I mean? This Knicks March Madness, you know how I say. So, but for the most part, I think we'll see how let the chips fall where they may. And I think the organization is going to do what they need to do. I think Leon Rose, Scott Perry, West, and you know what I mean? All them guys, man, Brock Allah, Parent, all them guys are going to put their heads together. They're going to come together as one unit. They're going to sit down and do what's best for the team with Tom Thibodeau and say, what's best for the team? What do you think we need to do this without messing up any structure that we have, not over giving draft picks, not overspending. We do have $15 million currently and freed up money that we can use. That what makes me think that why not do something if you got $15 million sitting there, unless you truly think that you just wait until the off season. If that's the case, then I understand it. But we'll see, man. It's definitely going to be interesting, and I'm looking forward to it. So we just got to go out there and see what the Knicks organization going to do. And in the meantime, man, we just got to, deal with what we're going to deal with. And we also, then we realize, the trade talk out there, the chatter, who's out there. What do you think, man? What's your feeling on who's out there and what you think that's possible for us to do and what other teams are doing out there for us trade talk and chatter, because it's heating up definitely.
Absolutely. As I speculated and I saw and I reported on last night's show and I put it on the page, the Knicks are in advanced talk with the Cleveland Cavaliers for Andre Drummond. Kevin Knox has been the player rumored to might be heading to Cleveland. Nothing is final. This is just they're in advanced talk. We've seen a lot of trades in advanced talk and have fell off. I reported here since I'm in Orlando. I see the market here. Gordon was on his way the other morning to Houston, and that was in an event, and that fell off. That didn't go through. That fell off. Something got snagged, and maybe they'll revisit. They're trying to get a third team involved to ship Gordon to the Houston. Maybe Oladipo comes here to New York, maybe because they see that the Knicks have capital in cap space and draft capital, and maybe they want to try to plug in and provide them in there, or maybe for financial monetary relief. Maybe we might end up with a pick if we take on a bad contract with something, or we don't know. That's just speculating, but I did see that Janowski said it was in advanced talk, and we'll keep an eye out and we'll see. We'll keep an eye out because it's going to be interesting. And also, like you said, when this trade deadline is over, a lot of players will if they didn't get traded, they have a sigh of relief because they don't have to uproot their family to go to another city in this COVID time. That's also what worries some of these players. It's COVID-19 out there. Guys, wear your mask, wash your hands, do all your precautionary to this virus is serious, and all those that are listening. And that's a little stressful for an NBA player to bring all their family and moving parts because they got to find out what neighborhoods they're going to, if they're going to keep their children in the right school district, and all those things that we take for granted. We just wanted them to go out there and shoot the ball, but there's so much moving parts and especially if your name is rumored for trades for such a long time, it does tend to wear on you, to put that burden on your shoulders. So once the trading deadline and the players are here who didn't get traded and didn't move, they get a little sigh of relief. They say, okay, now I can focus. I'm gonna focus. I got to elevate my game because I got to work on it, because now it's the stretch run, the stretch forward, and the Knicks haven't hit their peak. So now we're gonna see, and we want to hit the peak at the right time. Like I said, maybe towards the ending, middle to end, so we can go into playoffs hot, like a hot goalie and a hot inspired team, and that will propel us once this trading deadline goes on. Because I think they're going to add, even if it's not the buyout market, because they definitely need more wing shooting. They need an upgrade in there. They need another backup power forward. Because it might be time for Obi just to relax and see the game from the sideline, so it could slow down a bit. If he's not going to, and maybe next year next year he gets a full year. He has the league in there, and he comes from fresh, and he sees the game more and study more film. And that's what we could see the Knicks upgrade in that. I wouldn't be surprised if they bring in a backup power forward that could play the three as well, and or if not, they'll give Taj Gibson some minutes. But yeah, but we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that, and we'll keep an eye on the trading. And I'm always looking at that refresh and looking over in all my different location and sources, and coming in, and it's going to be March Madness. You said it, Knicks March Madness, and right now, we still got 6 days for the 7 more days left in the month to conclude, and April's around the corner, and and the playoffs will be right there knocking on the door. But right now, we're enjoying the ride with this team that is they're giving us excitement. And what more can we ask for? And if we ask for more, we're being ungrateful with the way this team played all those years. What do you think, Divine?
Yeah. I mean, you know what? With the guys that's out there, the names that we hearing, Andre Drummond, LaMarcus Aldridge, Cal Lowry. I mean, you have the Lonzo Ball situation. I mean, you know what I mean? And so it's a lot. It's going to be heating up definitely, man. And the Aaron Gordons, you got the Fouriers. You know what I mean? So we already seen TJ Tucker and Augustine and all them guys get moved. So it's gonna be something, man. I think I know Woj gonna be dropping some Woj bombs in the next couple of days. And we just gotta have our ears tuned to the tube, man, and to the screens or whatever, and see what's going on out there. For the Knicks, what I mean, we gonna see what the organization's gonna do. If they're gonna do anything, they're gonna stand pat, or they're gonna make a move. But just like you said, quietly behind the scenes, they probably scouting the landscape, but the NBA, and see what teams out there looking to do something. Because though people may not realize we might not be doing something, that don't mean that we're not looking. You know what I mean? That don't mean that we're not into it, trying to figure out what's going to be the best case for us. Because with the way our season went so far, with the injuries that we've been having, you're always going to have extra firepower, because it never hurts. When a man go down, then there's the next man up. You just want to make sure the next man up is a formidable player that's going to bring it here and help us. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm really looking to see what our front office think they need. You know what I mean? Like you said, whether it be, I preferably prefer the wing position in the power forward spot. If we're gonna be in a grind in the playoffs, and Obi just don't pan out this year, then when it comes to playoff time, if we in there, then we're gonna need that other star player to help us get us over the hump. So I'm looking forward to what's out there, man. Like I said, we, like you said, the Andre Drummond thing, if that coming to fruition, then we'll deal with that with our center situation. We definitely gonna have to make a move, having 4 centers. You know what I mean? Unless you just take Todd Gibson, slide him to the 4. I mean to the 4, but you still got Nerlens Noel and Mitch out there. I mean, you had to get time to somebody. So if they go to Andre Drummond, bro, I definitely think one of our centers is gonna get moved for sure. And for the who I would like to see here, I wouldn't mind taking a filler on Oladipo, because if you get him for cheap, and if he pan out, and he then you extend him. If you don't pan out, you let him go. So hopefully we can give up an aspiring player, and some players or whatever the case may be in a couple of seconds. You know what I mean? You could buy 2nd round draft picks to me, so it's not the end all be all. And we have a couple of good ones there. So we'll see, man. And but I'm excited about it, man. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get this thing rolling. I'm ready. I want the Knicks to go ahead in the next couple of days and make a move. But I am interested to see what Orlando going to do. I think Orlando, I'm definitely interested to see if they're going to move Aaron Gordon, see if they're going to move Fourier and things of that nature, and see what obviously we know Houston is in there looking to do something. I think the Lakers, with the injury to LeBron, they probably just want to get something temporarily down there. And the Clippers, they like you said, they made some room the other day by getting rid of somebody so they can create some cap space. So I think there's a lot of teams out there. Boston looking to do something. Everybody's looking to get better. You know what I mean? And that's what's crazy. It's the business of sports, and and everybody looking to put the good product on the shelf. You know what I mean? Like I said last night in the night show, they're looking to get the good product on the shelf and take the no thrill product and hopefully get rid of it. Give it to a lower market type team who's not trying to get to the next level. You know what I mean? So I think the Knicks going to be definitely being there trying to do something, man. Wherever it be, I can't tell you. You know what I mean? But hopefully it's the right move and it benefits the team and it doesn't break up no chemistry, no camaraderie, man. And that player coming in and getting where they fit in. So right now, I know people were talking earlier about Miles Turner. I don't know because look like the Indiana Pacers trying to stay in that playoff hunt. So I don't know how much talking the Miles Turner thing for real or not, but we've been hearing it all week. You're going to hear a lot of chatter, man. It's just what it is. It's chatter until we get the actual facts. Like Kevin said, Norman Powell, I like that move right there. Norman Powell, I love that one. So we can get some of these players that's ready to get traded, man. And it's going to benefit the team. Then we go ahead and bring them in with open arms. Have a day-by-day process to get familiar with the team and learn the schemes and learn what Tom Thibodeau does. I mean, you're gonna have to go kind of extra hard on your film studying, the way we play basketball in New York. So that guy that comes in or them guys that come in got to get acclimated to the way we play. We got to bring them in gradually. But one thing about basketball is simple. You score, you don't score. You score, you stop the other team from scoring. You know what I mean? And you play what the coach tell you to play. You put yourself in the right positions and follow the game plan and all that stuff, man. So I think we definitely got to do something because P. Ramos said Rivers, he think Rivers definitely getting traded, or if I'm not mistaken, if they don't get traded, they probably buy him out. You know what I mean? So I just think that we between guys like him, Kevin Knox, and them who's not getting a lot of burn, I'm just wondering if they're gonna want to sit behind these guys all the rest of the season, not getting no burn. I don't know where that gives me that feeling that I just don't think that's gonna happen. You know what I mean? These are competitors. I know Kevin Knox want to play. I mean, he don't want to sit down. I know he's being professional about it, but I know he want to play basketball. I know Austin Rivers is going to want to play basketball. And when we get healthy, you know what I mean? And even Frank might become situational. So we got to see. We got to see where it's going to go, what they're going to do. And but salute to everybody in the chat, man. Camilio, Tim, Kibbit, you know what I mean? P. Ramos, all you guys, man. Good morning to all you guys, man. I hope y'all are doing well, ready to get on your grind today. And this Knicks Real Talk, the morning show, Devon and BX Jedi 76, the co-host with the most. We here, man. We just cutting it up. So BX, man, give me some of your last thoughts on the trade talk and chatting, man, before we go to the next segment.
Right. With the trade thoughts, if it's come true, I'm just throwing this out there. I want to see your feedback out there, chat members. Thanks for being here, giving us this morning and waking up with us here and allowing us to entertain you this morning and bring you the Knicks talk. My thing is, if this in the final stage with Kevin Knox going to Cleveland and we do bring on Drummond, Mitchell Robinson becomes expendable. Now, let me ask you a hypothetical, and I want to see what the chat feedback. We go ahead and trade not Mitchell Robinson, but a Nolan's Noel and maybe a second round pick to Brooklyn. I know he's hurt, and I know Brooklyn and New York are not gonna, this is just me, fantasy world. Would you want to take a flyer and hold on, despite he's not going to play this year, a Spencer Dinwiddie for next year? The kid is a good point guard. He played in this market. He's played here. He's balled in New York. Would you contemplate that type of trade to try to bring in a Spencer Dinwiddie, your young point guard, and you're giving up maybe a Nolan Stowell and you throw them a second round pick or just hypothetically speaking? I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not speculating. I'm just thinking, a little bit outside the box because we have that logjam of centers and they're looking for a center. They want Aldridge. They want Drummond, but they need to go to the buyout market, and Nolan Well contract isn't that bad, and we could make the money work. What do you think on that, on a Spencer Dinwiddie? This is outside the box, like I said.
Oh, man, he's a talented dude. Spencer Dinwiddie can get buckets. You know what I mean? No doubt about it. And I don't know what his contract situation is. I don't know if he up due for another re-up. You know what I mean? But he's a guy. Like you say, he's been in the New York market playing with the Brooklyn Nets. You know what I mean? And the brother definitely got game. But we need a humble Dinwiddie, like P. Ramos said, most definitely. But he's a good ball player, man. So you can always use talent. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't have no problem for what you asked for. I wouldn't have no problem, man. But it's interesting with that the Nerlens Noel and Mitchell Robinson situation because this is Nerlens Noel. He'd be a free agent next year. You know what I mean? And you still got Mitch under contract till it's time to extend them. So that's the hesitance in me of making a major move at the center spot. But if you don't have nothing better than Andre Drummond, then you're gonna have to go in there and get Drummond. But yeah, I would take a fly on Spencer Dinwiddie as long as the price is right because he's talented. You know what I mean? He's talented. He can get his shot on his own. You know what I mean? And he can get buckets. He know the New York area. You know what I mean? And so yeah, I mean, it's business. Now I know we might as fans be like, man, nah, he's a diss Knicks all the time. Man, I ain't trying to hear him, but you know what? I think once you get him in a Knicks uniform, I think you'll forgive that. You'll forgive him. So
right. And I know he's injured and he won't play this year. This is something for building for next year. He is a restricted free agent. And he's due, and if it's the same, it'll be the same thing. The only difference is with Alonzo Ball is playing for us this year, but he's also be a restriction, and you have your rights, and you want to sign him, and you're not gonna, and if you already have Drummond, that's if the Drummond deal goes through. That's just me speculating, just throwing it out there to see what, thinking outside the box. What do you think? And bringing him here, let him be acclimated to the team this year and work behind, and see with Rose. And you still have Payton because you're gonna just trade Nerlens Noel and something to Brooklyn just to store him. And because Brooklyn is fighting hard to find and they could use a rim protector. I know I will hate to see Nerlens Noel go up against us, but this is a business, and we're trying to build. And we have finally a point guard, for next year going into the season, and he knows how to to move the ball around. He's smart. He's shown that he's up there. He's one of the up and coming echelon point guards, and that's why I think something outside the box, something that it's not on nobody's radar. Just me thinking, and let's see what happens. When I would like to keep Mitchell Robinson because he's our player, our diamond in the rough that we found, and we want to see the full the diamond flourish and polish with the Knicks. We don't want to go through all the putting them in the fire and watch them grow and go out somewhere else and flourish. Of course, we want to see all our players flourish here. We want to see a Knox flourish here. We want to see, but sometimes this is a business. We need to upgrade and we need to move them around. And maybe he doesn't fit the system, Knox or even Mitch. Maybe he's not what Tibbs wants. Because if they're kicking and calling and they're in advanced talks with Drummond, they see something in Mitch that they're not seeing him long term. They're probably a current situation, a moment, but maybe not something long term. Maybe they see that he might be an issue with his contract negotiation or XYZ. We don't know what happens behind the scenes. We don't know what's going on. A lot of people didn't know how much of an issue Porzingis' family and Porzingis' brother was, and they moved him. And we don't know. We don't know what happens behind the scenes. I'm not saying Mitchell's a bad guy. No, I think Mitchell's a good guy. I think you could see the team. You could see that this team they love one another. They play with they root and they root for one another, and they are a team. That's what we identify as New Yorkers: the diversity and a melting pot. And this team, they look like they representing the New York media, the New York market, the New York city, the players, the fans. Everyone that lives there, that we come together no matter what, and no matter what crisis, we stand united as one New Yorker, proud to be New Yorker, and that's what this team representing, the way they go out there and play hard and root for one another, which that's what excites me, and we'll see. And I'm just speculating with that Spencer Dinwiddie. It's just thinking like I brought up with you, Rudy Gay. No, that's not on nobody's NBA radar. Rudy Gay makes $10 million, expiring contract, a veteran. San Antonio is looking to reload and rebuild with young guys. He's going to be gone. They could bring back Rudy Gay back at the end in the next year. Give him a veteran's renewal, and he wants to go back to San Antonio if he likes it. But we could use a veteran shooting guard and Rudy Gay who could hit the clutch, the clutch wing shots and be a mentor to if we don't move Knox to a Knox. That's the same position, the same thing when Obi Toppin. These veterans, they're like having another coach. That's why Top Gibson isn't here. He's like having another coach on the floor, and they see things that maybe a coach doesn't see because they're not out on the floor, and they have that that court vision, and they go and get into these young guys' ears. That's why we have a young team, and it's good to might get a veteran, and a veteran that could give us something, and an expiring contract. That's another move. Those are kind of moves that the Knicks could explore if the superstar is not there. Those are those are moves that are goes unappreciated. Bringing in a veteran with that knowledge and experience and that wisdom that will elevate these teams. What do you think, Divine?
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, man. Real quick, salute to Spring Sister Loa, aka Chop Low. Chop, man. Good morning, my brother. Hope you're doing well out there, man. I see you in the chat, man. Salute, my brother. Yeah, man. That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to some savvy move that's gonna, bring a good player in here who got experience, who's not looking to be the man, just want to be with the man. You know what I mean, and be with the team and fit in. And a guy like Rudy Gay, man, to me, that's what you're looking for. Somebody on aspiring who's not coming in here trying to take over, just want to get in and help the team get better going down the road with these last 29, 30 games. And I would love to have a guy like that, man. And I think if San Antonio was looking to do that, then they would. But if not, then they probably respect him just as much as we do. You know what I mean? That's why he's there. You know what I mean? And but it's going to be interesting. You know what I mean? For the needs, like I said, with all the Oladipos and Terrence Rosses and the Aaron Gordons and all these guys out there, and you even hear Marcus Smart name out there. Why Boston would do that, I couldn't tell you. But you hear his name out there. You're going to hear names coming from all over the place, like you said, Norman Powell. But for the Knicks, what do we hear from the Knicks? Who are the Knicks willing to send out? See, we hear from what a lot of other teams are doing. We don't hear what the Knicks are doing. Do the Knicks want to get rid of anybody, or the Knicks really looking to get rid of a salary? Other one only I can think of it right now. Even with Austin Rivers, a lot of people buy me down, but with the situation that he went through with the childbirth, him and his what he's going through, his personal reasons. You just never know. But I think we need to definitely do something, like P. Ramos said. I agree with him. We need a small forward or backup stretch forward. Obi not going to pan out this year. Not saying he won't be a Knick. Not saying he's not going to prosper in the NBA. Not saying that he's not going to develop into a good player. But if it would, at the rate he's going, it might be good just to fall back for a minute and make him situational and bring in somebody who can come behind Julius Randle and give Julius Randle some good minutes. You know what I mean? And I think that's what Tibbs is at with this, man. So we'll see what the front office got in store for everybody, man. But it's definitely heating up, man. The next couple of days, we got 2 days left before the trade deadline. Today and tomorrow, until Thursday it'll be here, and we'll see. We'll see how it's going to pan out, man. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to all the talk out there, man. And so salute to everybody out there, man. That's chiming in, man, in the chat, man. If you got any ideas, throw them out there. We'll be glad to talk about it real quick, man, before we change segments. But if anybody got anything they want to to bring out who they think might come to the Knicks, man, be free to throw it in the chat. You know what I mean? This is a show for the fan, from the fan. The fans make the show don't make the fans. So we definitely want all you guys input. Gerald Hines, salute for checking in on the chat. Gerald, we see you, my
salute, Gerald. Salute, Gerald. Thanks for joining us. Real quick with that, let me ask a question to everyone out there in the chat. Do you see Frank Ntilikina surviving this trading deadline? Do you think he stays, or do you think the Knicks finally move him, try to bring something in here, or maybe try to do him the solid and see if his career jumpstart? I mean, you never know. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes with that. Do you think he's going to be on this team and come past the trade deadline? Because that could be what's hampering him. He's probably thinking, remember, this kid was 18 years old. He came over from France to a new country, to an organization that were looking for a savior. They put a lot on Frank's shoulders, on his plate, and yeah, that's why you see maybe that's one of the reasons why you see him at times be timid and go for those for long stretches and shooting and no points and all. That's a lot. And the kid has handled it as a professional. He competes. He's willing to learn. He's eager to listen. He plays excellent defense, and he's part of whatever system he's in. If it's the triangle, the rectangular, the wampus, whatever it is, whatever system, he's there listening and trying to learn and be a student of the game. And despite the fact that we want instant gratification and instant results with him, he's put, the kid does put the work in, and and a lot of teams could use Frank, a championship a championship team could really use a guy like Frank if we're not seeing him long term, and maybe we could prize something for him if we're, I personally, if he's going to be here to play defense, and I wish we had more scorers. Sometimes we have to give up something to attain something. We might have to take a step back in order to go a couple leaps forward on Frank Ntilikina. I'm interested in what the chat wants to think about Frank. I mean, he's become a novelty player for the Knicks and a lightning rod as well, and Obi as well. But if Frank stays, does his defense is special. Offense is another issue. I agree with you, Pete. I agree with you that but I wish we had more scorers. If we had more scorers and more wing scorer, then you could live with a Frank Ntilikina on a team playing that excellent defense, coming in and shutting down. Especially if we go up by a 10-point lead, you bring in Frank to play and hold it and with a Bullock, then you could give you give Randall that breather that he needs. That's something that concerns me. Randall needs to play those high minutes in the playoffs, not now. Not now, because then he's not going to have anything left in the playoffs. What do you think there, Divine, on that with the Frank Ntilikina lightning rod?
Yeah, well, right now it's split the chat so far. Ramos projecting Frank is staying. Camilio think that if they're the trade, he would be there. So either 50-50 split on that one. You know what, me, man, I love Frank. I love his game. And I love the defense, man. I just think that sometimes you can't teach what Frank do. You know what I mean? And even when I do like his offense game, granted, we know who he is. But I was watching the other night, man. I love the way he's trying to put the ball behind his back. He looked like he's trying to get loose out there, you know what I mean, and put a little savviness, a little swag to his game. I mean, Frank been a lightning rod in this organization for 4 years now, you know what I mean? But, and I always try to tell people, out of all the time he's been here, Frank Ntilikina, the longest tenure Knick that we have. And that is amazing, you know what I mean? The longest tenure Knick that we have on that team. He even been there longer than all the coaches. Frank is that guy who's been there since day one, you know what I mean? So, since he got drafted, ups and downs, injuries, people coming in front of him, people, and just the inconsistency that hurt him a little bit. But what I love about Frank, man, he's a professional. He's a pro. He holds himself to a higher standard. You don't see him out there making the organization look bad. You know what I mean? He coming in, he goes to work. You know what I mean? He comes to work. He's professional. You know what I mean? And for a young man, 18 years old, coming from another country when he first got here, to New York City, so yeah, Frank, in a Big Apple to play basketball in another country and go through all them the ups and downs, the Pizza Valley, it built Frank's character to the fullest, man. So that's why I respect Frank. And if he get moved, I hope he get moved. He goes to where he can get some minutes and have time to play on a regular basis. Because I think you can't underestimate what Frank brings to that team, and that's why even Tom Thibodeau on a low likes Frank, because what he does, you know what I mean? He could disrupt the basketball game. I mean, him and Reggie Bullock, man, they could disrupt a backcourt in a minute, you know what I mean? So you got to take that into consideration. But if Frank don't get moved at the deadline, Nick's gonna sign Frank. You know what I mean? Give him a extension, whether it's $5-6 million, I don't know, but I don't have no problem keeping Frank here to he's not a star. He's never going to be a star, but he's going to be a glue guy. Frank is a glue type of guy that you could keep around your organization, like we did Herb Williams, like we did a lot of them guys, man, who just going to be here and just wind up being part of the Knicks, man. And if they keep him, that's fine. If they move him, it's understandable. It's a business, you know what I mean? And you cannot say we can't trade him if he's gonna help bring somebody in here that's gonna make us better. Than I understand it. And but Frank is a Knick, man. Once a Knick, always a Knick. I love the young man. I love somebody who went through what he went through as a young man, 18, coming to a big another country, big city. You got to respect that. He's been part of the grind. You know what I mean? So really, really important that we know if we can hold on to Frank, you hold on to him. If you gotta let him go, you gotta let him go. Like I said, it's a business. And like the chat say, man, some is, some don't. Some want them, some say keep them, some say let them go. But we'll see. But I'm excited about it, and it's, like I said, this trade talking chat is heating up. That him and Austin Rivers, Knox, them the guy that we hear the most. You know what I mean? And like I said, so I don't know what they thinking. I'm not gonna pretend I know what the Knicks are thinking, but whatever they do at this trade deadline, we just got to make the team better and give us a chance to have a puncher's chance going into the playoffs. And that's what we want to do, man. We want to get in the playoff and have a puncher's chance. And once you got a puncher's chance, then you can knock anybody out with the right blow. So and if we get in there with our defense and our offense can maintain a little bit better, we got a puncher's chance. We got a puncher's chance to go in there and knock somebody off and see let the chip fall where they may. So I'm excited about that, man. Salute to the chat, to you guys, man. Thanks for chiming in, man. We always appreciate y'all guys coming on, man, because this is a show for you guys, so you know what it is. Knicks Real Talk, the morning show. It's Divine, man. It's BX Jedi 76 on a early morning, man, bringing y'all some thoughts and ideas and some talk, some content, dialogue about our Knicks team who playing in Washington with us tonight at the world most famous arena at 7:30. So we need to go in there and hold it down, man. Try to get this W, get back at 500, and then one more game before the trading deadline is over, man. And so salute to everybody out there. We appreciate y'all chiming in, man, and we're gonna get it, man. You got any more thoughts on this trade talk, man, before we go in to the next segment, get ready to shut it down and get ready to go on to the next day?
Yeah, one quick with Franklin Aquila. If Obi Toppin, my opinion, if Obi Toppin would emerge as a steady 10 points a game, giving and showing promise, then we could live with a Franklin Aquila coming off the bench and playing that defense. We're not the pressure. The domino effect on other players not performing and not living up to expectation is hurting, because the team desperately needs that offense. They need that, and they need that spell for Julius and not carrying the load on his shoulders. We're thankful that Julius has become our all-star, dare I say, a franchise player. And that's why, if they don't move Frank, I'm hoping they get another backup power forward who could give them, the solid 18 minutes a game and it could get and high rebounds and you don't lose much with that. Something that an active that could shoot and could average 7 points, 8 points a game for the Knicks, and then you could relax Obi. You don't have that pressure, and you could now play a Frank with it, because you're getting points from the power forward, and you could spell RJ with a Franklin Nikita to play the other team's perimeter shooter who score, and those are the ripple effects that it's needed. And unfortunately, Obi hasn't lived up to the bill yet. The game is a little too fast for him, and it needs to slow down. And that's with Frank. That's why I was hoping that Obi, every time he gets it, come on Obi, because it affects other members on the team, and that's we want to see Frank Nikita be at least all NBA defense, on this team. We have high hopes on his defense, and we were hoping that they will get scoring from elsewhere. But and it is what it is. We have to deal with the roster that we currently have and what is going on. And I think we're wrapped up with that Knicks talk for today. I think, unless if anyone has anything in the chat that they haven't seen or heard and all that, we appreciate your feedback, because this show is for the fans and hearing from your feedback, and we value your opinion, and your chats will be read here, and we will comment, and you have a voice here, and we appreciate that. And tonight's game, Divine, I see the Knicks winning, bounce back win. I see them scoring over 100 points. I think they're going to be up for the task. Also, Washington is the lower echelons in playing defense, and I see a big game. I always said it, when Julius Randle has a high assist game, and he's distributing, and even if he scores 19 points and he has a double-double and high assist, I think the Knicks will win, because he's getting everyone involved. That means his other players are hitting his shots, and they're engaged in the offense. The offense is rolling. It's balanced attack, and then this team, we've seen how this team, when they're hitting their shots and they're moving the ball around, and there's a lot of assists and no turnovers. They have to have low turnovers, and they have to execute when Washington turns the ball over. They need to score on those. Westbrook could be a little bit of a turnover machine, and Beal at times, they get a little careless at times. They lose focus because they're trying to make that spectacular play, and we need to execute and capitalize on those. What do you think on that, Divine?
Yeah, I agree 100%, man. Tonight, I'm looking forward to that game. I really think that our defense definitely going to step up to the forefront as always. The one that you always can count on with the Knicks right now, the way we play, is our defense is going to be there. They're going to come and bring their A game tonight, and they're going to show out, because I know they definitely want this win. I know them guys is itching to get out there tonight. And I agree. I think it's going to be one of them games where we's like, what? We got to put it all out there. I think it's going to be a good game for us. And I think our offense is going to come up tonight big time. Like I said, the Washington Wizards, their defense is not formidable, so I'm not too much worried about them. But it's going to be an interesting game, and I think we really need this win, man, because we don't want to go on another slide. We just got to get this win to get back to feeling better about ourselves and get back to 500, and then let Thursday do what it do. So I'm looking forward to it. I think the Knicks go in there tonight and win this game, man. If you want to chat, you think the Knicks going to win, man, just throw the thumbs up. You think the Knicks going to win tonight. If you think they're going to lose, you throw the thumbs down. But I think they're going to, hopefully we be throwing thumbs up, because I think we can definitely get that game tonight and get back to 500. And looking forward to the next couple of days to all the noise subsides and we get back to playing basketball. So real quick, man, salute to everybody out there, man. Thanks for chiming in. Thanks for being part of the morning show with your man Devon and BHI76. We appreciate y'all coming out, man, supporting the show. Hit that like button, man. Subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends, your family, your peoples, man. Kivit, I got you. I'm with you. Kivit, one thumbs up. You think the Knicks gonna win tonight? So we just gotta keep doing it. And thank you guys, man, for coming on, man. We appreciate y'all in the morning, man. This is the reason why we get up and do this, or later on at the night on the night show. That's the reason why we out there doing that, man, for you guys. And because you guys make the show. We appreciate you, no doubt about it. So everybody out there, man, real quick, be safe, man, on your way to your destination, whether it's work, school, play, workout, just hanging out there where you're going to get into your destination, man. And be safe so you can get back home tonight. Check out the Knicks and the Washington Wizards at the World Most Famous Arena, 7:30. And salute to everybody, man. BX, good show, my brother. And we're gonna get ready to close this thing down. And let BX give you a last word, and then we'll go ahead and shut it down, man. And salute to everybody out there.
Yes, everyone. Enjoy your day. Let everything that breathe praise the Lord out there, and we know that. And always give thanks to the man upstairs that he wakes us up every day to talk Knicks talk. I thank him, and I thank you guys for coming aboard with us, man, and being part of this journey with us. Please hit that like, subscribe. If you could forward it to someone who appreciate it and would like to hear the Knicks talk, we appreciate it. Which we're just trying to bring this for you guys, this content, something different, something original, and we thank you for the support always. And you guys go safe. COVID is out there, and we want you guys to arrive home safe and sound and get ready for the Knicks tonight. And all eyeballs onto our team and what we love. And we'll be back here for the next edition and the night show, and we'll break down a lot more content, and we'll bring there. And we want you to be part of the journey and interact with us, because it's not just us talking. We're here to talk with you guys. We want to dialogue and want to talk with everyone out there, and we appreciate it. And thank you guys. You have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you on the next time, man. Thank you a lot.
Yeah, salute to everybody out there, man. Thanks for chiming in. Frank, Kibit, Pete Ramos, Camilio, everybody, man. Supreme System Lord, and those who I forgot, Gerald, I see you, my brother. Thanks for everybody chiming in, man. We appreciate y'all, man. And we're gonna get ready to get this thing popping, sign off. Y'all be safe out there, man. Knicks Real Talk, the morning show. It's your man Divine BX Jedi 76, man. We about to head up on out of here, man, into the next episode. Y'all stay safe, man. It's all good. Knicks Real Talk, the morning show. And we out of here, man. Peace, man. We'll talk to y'all on the next one, man. Salute. Yo, salute, man. Y'all have a good one, man. Real quick, 19 con, man. We see you checking in. Carlos Santiago, we see you checking in, man. We'll catch you brothers on the next episode. Wednesday night, the night show, 8 o'clock prime time, 8:30. Forgive me for that. 8:30 p.m. prime time. You know how I do, man. Knicks Real Talk, the night show. We'll see you guys then. Man, y'all guys have a great day. Be blessed, be safe, and we'll talk to you guys on the next one, man. Salute.